Hey everyone, today is Friday of Holy Week, or Good Friday. Now the good part seems kind of ironic, seeing as how this is the day we think about Christ on the cross. But it is a good day, knowing that the sacrifice on the cross comes with salvation and freedom. So happy Good Friday. I'm going to read Mark chapter 15, verses 21 through 39. They compelled a passerby who was coming in from the country to carry his cross. It was Simon of Cyrene, the father of Alexander and Rufus. Then they brought Jesus to a place called Golgotha, which means place of a skull. And they offered him wine mixed with myrrh, but he did not take it. And they crucified him and divided his clothes among them, casting lots to decide what each should take. It was 9 o'clock in the morning when they crucified him. The inscription of the charge against him read, "The King of the Jews." And with him they crucified two rebels, one on his right and one on his left. Those who passed by degraded him, shaking their heads and saying, "Aha, you who would destroy the temple and build it in 3 days, save yourself and come down from that cross." In the same way, the chief priests, along with the scribes, were also mocking him among themselves and saying, "He saved others, but he cannot save himself. Let the Messiah, the King of Israel, come down from the cross now, so that we may see and believe." Those who were crucified with him also taunted him. When it was noon, darkness came over the whole land until 3 in the afternoon. At 3 o'clock, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, "Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani," which means, my God, why have you forsaken me?" When some of the bystanders heard it, they said, "Listen, he is calling for Elijah." And someone ran, filled a sponge of sour wine, put it on a stick, and gave it to him to drink, saying, "Wait, let us see whether Elijah will come to take him down." Then Jesus gave a loud cry and breathed his last. And the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. And now when the centurion who stood facing him saw that in this way he breathed his last, he said, "Truly this man was God's son." Yeah. Now, on Good Friday, we cover the crosses at our church. We veil them. And this is done for a couple of reasons. Number one, if you walk into a church and see the crosses covered in a black cloth, you are reminded that something is going to happen. It's quite startling, out of the ordinary, and therefore it kind of heightens our senses when we view it in that way. You know, this is an extraordinary time, and we want our spirits to be stirred out of complacency. And number two, we've been through many a Holy Week and Easter celebrations, but each year we want to remember this is not something that we do because we have to. We do it because of its great importance in our life of faith. We are to remember that the sacrifice on the cross brought struggle, pain, sorrow, and death. But the black cloth reminds us of that pain and anguish. Seeing the black cloth should give us a thanksgiving prayer, thanking God for all the burdens Jesus bore, for all the tears he wept, for every word of comfort he spoke, for the triumph he achieved eternally. Seeing the black cloth can cause feelings of sorrow, but now we will fear no evil, for thou art with us always. Now, on this solemn Good Friday of Holy Week, let us look toward the black cloth that covers the cross out of anticipation, not fear. In those ancient times, the cross was revered as a symbol of shame, but we know it now as a symbol of hope and of mercy and victory. So may God bless you and may God keep you. Amen.